Francis, and in this video we are going to learn the intro to Home for a Rest by Spirit of the West. This was a request and I was really excited to do this one because it's super fun to play. We are going to be finger picking this one, and if you are tuning in through YouTube, make sure to check the description below and download the free tab to go along with this lesson so you can follow along as we're going. Alright, so we are going to start with an A minor chord. And I'm going to kind of do this in little sections here. So we're starting on an A minor and it's going to sound like this. Like that. So we are going to first, I'm using all my fingers for this little part. So I'm doing my thumb on my fifth string, my first finger, my thumb on the fifth string, my pointer on the fourth, middle on the third, and your second on ring finger on the second string. And I'm just kind of doing one at a time. You could get this by just doing your thumb down like that too, if you find that easier. But that's kind of how I like to do it. And then we're going to lift our first finger and play that second string open. I'm using my middle finger for that. And then I'm going to do my pointer finger on the third string and my thumb on the fourth string. We still have our fingers here, so those will be the second fret, and then we put our first finger back down to play that first fret, second string. So that whole little 0, 2, 2, 1. And then our next section, we're doing a little kind of G chord, but I'm just playing two notes here. So I got make sure your ring finger is on the third fret, and I have up the sixth string, and my pinky is on the third fret of the second string. So we're going to pluck those two together. So I'll play what this one's going to sound like. So this one, we are plucking those two strings, your sixth string and second string, both the third fret. And I'm just using my thumb and middle finger to pluck those together. And then lifting pinky, first finger is going to play that first fret of the second string. And we're back to the third fret of the second string, and then our third and fourth strings are open. So pluck. I think I missed that. You have an open third string in between that pluck and the other part. Pluck, open. And then we are going to be at a C chord. So this one too, I'm just using my ring finger. I'm not playing the whole C chord here because I don't really need to at the moment. So we're plucking the fifth string now and your first string open together. And this one's going to sound like that. So we pluck them together, and then your first finger is going to play the first fret of the first string, and then I have my pinky on the third fret. So we want to keep this one down because we want to have that note ringing throughout the whole thing. Then your second and third string are going to be open after that. So pluck, 1, 3 on first string, second string open, third string open. And then we're at our little F section. So it's going to sound like this. So we're going to bar the first fret with our first finger on the first two strings, and then we have the other F notes in place here. We're going to pluck our fourth string, that's the third fret, and our first string will be the first fret together. And then I got my index playing the second string, which is the first fret, and then your thumb is going to hit that third string, which is the second fret. Then our pinky is going to play the third fret of your first string, and then it lifts off and it's back to that first fret, and then the first fret of the second string. So and then we're at a C chord again. So this one we are playing. This pinky does a lot of work in this song. So we're gonna pluck your third fret of the fifth string, and then your first string open, and then your first finger should be on that second string, first fret here, and then you're gonna pluck that one, and I'm just using my second finger, and then your thumb on third string open, then your pinky is gonna come down for the third fret of the second string, and then it lifts off to play the first fret of the second string. So we keep this finger down the whole time. This This time it's easier to just hold your whole C chord down the whole time for this one. And then just kind of add that pinky to play 3, then 1, and then your 3rd string open. And now we're going to go back to a G, but we're going to play it now. We're going to put our middle finger here because it's going to make it easier to play this section. And we're going to pluck your 2nd and 6th strings together. They're both on the 3rd fret. And then so use your thumb and your middle finger, and then your index, and then we have our 1st string open, and then we're going to put our pinky down to play that 3rd fret. So that's why we have that, using this fingering, because I find it easier here. And then we're going to play that 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then open 3rd. So this one will sound like that. And for our little ending walk down part, we're starting with just these 3 notes of your F chord. We're going to pluck your 2nd and 4th strings together. So that's going to be your 1st fret, 2nd string, 3rd fret, 4th string, and then your 3rd string is going to be the 2nd fret, and then we kind of go to an A minor 7 shape, and we're going to pluck your 2nd and 4th strings again, but now it's going to be your 1st fret on the 2nd string and your 2nd fret on the 4th string, and then your open 3rd string, yeah. And then you lift this finger, and we just have this one down, and you're playing your 4th string, open, still 1st fret, 2nd string, and open 3rd, and then we're going to end on a C. So we're just going to put this 3rd finger here and pluck the 1st fret, 2nd string, and your 5th string, 3rd fret together. And that's the end. Then you put it all together. So let's play that first part, the A minor. Down. And then you just need to float and put it all together, and then you have the intro to Home for a Rest, a fun little finger picking tune. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and we'll see you next time.